Okay. This is like take 6 of me trying to make this really difficult video. So I'm gonna do it, and you're gonna sit there and watch it. It's gonna be great. I'm sorry. My name is Ivy. Team Free Wi-Fi is my blog, and I am deleting it. Woo! Probably already knew that, though. If you didn't, surprise. I'm sorry. It's a big decision, and it's a tough one. But it's one I'm glad that I'm making because I need this change in my life, and I'm going to tell you why eventually. But first, I want to say that I love all of you. I want to thank you for everything you've ever done for me. All the way from just wishing me happy birthday to turning like the worst period cramping experience of my life into like the best one, which is a long story, but some of you will know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's been a really great experience for me on Tumblr for the most part. I've had a great outlet for my creativity through like songwriting and Photoshop and writing, and you guys have been there to support it every step of the way, and I really, really appreciate that. And you guys, I got like over 200 messages when I announced that I was deleting my blog, and I was crying reading them, so you guys suck. I'm sorry, you don't suck. I was bawling my eyes out, and at one point I even started hyperventilating, like, ridiculously, and then I realized I had to be at work in 7 minutes, so that was a tough day, and I got to work, and my face was all red, and they're like, what's wrong? Like, anyway, this is tough, but I love you guys, and I want to make sure that you guys know that I'm trying to leave Tumblr, and not all of you, and that's why I'm providing y'all with my email address, which is ivy_spencer_extra@hotmail.com. It's down there, so you can see it, because I know we all have very short-term memories. You guys can email me anytime you want, anytime you need anything. You can also ask me things on Tumblr up until the day I'll delete. I promise I will do my best to reply. I've also turned off and on because I don't want to keep posting things on my blog. I'm trying to stop. Anyway, now getting to the more not fun part, or like the more, I don't know, the part where I tell you why I'm deleting. It's less fun, I guess. Anyway, first of all, I've had to keep this blog for a secret for like the past year, kind of like Hannah Montana, which I've been watching today, so sorry. Because it's something that I've been embarrassed about, and also feeling guilty about, and it's not something I wanted like my mom or any of my friends or family, or I mean I work with kids, so it's something that I wouldn't want them to see, for different reasons, which I'm sure many of you will be able to figure out. What I present myself as on Tumblr and what I post about how I talk, that isn't how I act in real life. It's very different. Again, Hannah Montana. It's like a metaphor. But different. I'm sorry. This is really... I'm taking communications in college, but it's not working yet. I've only been in college for 2 semesters, so I'm sorry. I'm working hard. Okay, I'm just gonna get right down to it and tell you things about myself that affect why I'm making this decision, things that maybe you won't be open to, things that maybe you won't disagree with, things that may cause you not to like me as much anymore, but I'm gonna say it because it's important to me, and because I feel like you guys deserve to know the truth about me and about what I think and believe. So let's get right down to it. Pruitt and friends. I don't think any of you are named Pruitt, but if you are, it's your lucky day. So if you didn't already know, and most of you probably don't because I haven't talked about it much, and it's only like on my bio, and that's pretty much it. But I am a Christian, and I believe in God and Jesus, and I have no reason not to, because I've literally seen miracles in my life and the lives of my family members and my friends, and God has spoken to me, and He works in my life, and He's changed my life. So, saying that, I feel like my relationship with God is very important, and Tumblr, being as toxic as it is, to put it in the words of one of my followers, has a negative effect on that, and a negative effect on my thought process and the way I talk and my heart, basically. And I don't like that. And for the past year, the year that I've had this blog, God has been trying to tell me to delete it, and I've always played the, oh, but I don't know if that's really God card, because it's so hard to hear God's voice sometimes. I've been playing that card, but really I know, and He confirmed several times, but I'm stubborn, and I didn't want to because it was fun. But so is playing in the street, that you could get hit by a car. That was a weird analogy. Anyway, and now I'm finally at the place where I'm willing to do what I feel is right and to obey God. Mostly because I'm starting to see more of the effects that Tumblr is having on me, and I don't like it. And it's having a bad effect on me, and I don't want it to start having a bad effect on how I treat my friends and what I believe and all that. So, I'm deleting my blog. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of you are watching this, and I can like literally hear the eye rolling going on, like states and countries and continents away, wherever you live. I can see it. I can hear it. And I mean, you are free to believe whatever you want. You have a right to your own opinion. I'm not trying to force my own upon you. But I just want to let you know that, I mean, a lot of people are turned off to Christianity because it sounds like a bunch of stupid rules, I guess. But it's not. And, I mean, all the rules, I hate saying that word, but all of, like, the guidelines to Christian living and stuff, I mean, really all that is protection. I mean, a parent, like I said, like playing in the street, like a parent doesn't want her kid playing in the street because they could get hit by a car. And they don't tell them not to play in the street because they don't love them, because they don't want them to have any fun, but it's because they care about them and they love them. And I'm sorry that I'm shaking my laptop because it's on my knees and I'm shaky and anxious about talking about this and everything. But, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but God loves you. He does. I know a lot of people on Tumblr, there's a lot built up against that, and a lot built up against Christianity, which I understand because there are a lot of poor representatives of Christ and God, and people who make Christians look like a word that I shouldn't be saying, so I'm not going to. And I apologize on behalf of all Christians for the people who have hurt you in the name of what they believe in. That is wrong. It's so wrong, and I'm angry about it on a daily basis. But I wanted to tell you that if you're ever feeling like without hope, and I know a lot of people struggle with depression on Tumblr, like there's this emptiness inside of you, you're missing God. Like, that's all I can tell you. And a lot of people, I know you're listening to this and you're like, why I liked this blogger, why is she trying to convert me? I love you. That's really the only reason. And I don't like the word convert. Just a change of heart. That sounds better to me, to be honest. I want you guys to be able to live the best lives possible, and I feel like I love my life, and I love that I get to have a relationship with God, He has blessed me and my family, and I have great opportunities to minister to people and work with kids and teach them. And I'm rambling, and I'm really, really sorry. Again, only second semester of communications class. But I want to encourage you to seek God if you aren't. You can talk to me about it. Once again, you can email me or message me until I delete my Tumblr. I'll be responding to everyone as much as I can. Even if you don't agree with me and you just want to discuss it, I'm up for that. I'm not really up for the messages that are like, F you. Not up for those as much, but I'm willing to discuss and encourage you guys and help explain certain topics that are confusing to people. And I mean, Easter's coming up. If you can, find a church, find a ride. I mean, try. I know there are lots of different kinds of churches, and just because you go to one and it's not enjoyable, doesn't mean that church isn't for you at all. Because I mean, there are different atmospheres that are more welcoming to different people. So I encourage you to try to find a church on Easter and try to find a church that suits your personality and that you feel good about. And let me just say again, God is a loving God, and He doesn't hate you. And all this stuff about like you're gonna burn in hell if you do this, that's not true. Like the whole, like, if I could sum up the Bible, it's that God loves you, and that even though we mess up and we sin, we don't have to take the punishment for that. God sent His Son, this Jesus, He died on the cross, and He took the punishment for all the things that we did wrong. So basically, if you believe in Jesus, you get to go to heaven. We don't get to heaven by anything that we can do, by any good works, by not sinning. That's not how it goes. It's by grace. God's grace is the reason that we get to have a relationship with Him and get to go to heaven. So I want to just clear all that up, because I know there's a lot of false doctrine. It's confusing people, and also like the representation of church in the media like sickens me, because they always make it look like boring and like Christians are always snotty and it's like lame. Obviously, a lot of you guys liked me, I think. I mean, that's what you say, that you really enjoyed getting to know me in my blog, and I want to show y'all that there's a different side of Christianity that maybe you haven't seen before, and that it's good. And I hope that maybe after listening to this, watching this, if you're still here, and if you are, wow, you get a sticker and a high five. So good job. I just really care about you guys, and I wanted you to know the truth, or at least what I know to be true, because that's what I believe, and I have no other reason to believe anything differently. So I love you guys. I encourage you. I feel like I'm moving on to a better place in my life, and I was sad for a little bit, but now I'm excited, and I'm excited that some of you guys will be hearing stuff like this for the first time, and I know a lot of you will be turned off to it, but I feel like even if through this video I've been able to positively affect one person, it was worth it. So again, I'm always going to be here for you guys, just not on Tumblr. So I love you. Ciao. And other foreign words. Love you guys.